Welcome, and you tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks, where what homage is due, homage is paid. And right now, we have to pay ultimate homage right now to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler did it. No reason to look for anybody else to explain what just happened in the Minnesota Timberwolves practice session today. Jimmy Butler did it. He walked in there, man amongst men, and said, "Give me the third team. I'm going up against the number ones. I've been talking about my future ex teammates all summer, telling them they this, telling them they that, telling them that y'all are weak, telling them y'all not strong-minded individuals. And right now, at this practice, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Give me the third stringers, and we finna run y'all out of the gym." Everybody know that they're on wax right now. Everybody knows. Everybody has been on wax right now that Jimmy Butler on that team made that team better. Now, I have my own personal issues with Coach Thibodeau and the way he rotates his players and runs his system. I do think that it needs to be a more free-flowing offensive system. The ball got too stagnant. The ball stuck. It's more so about the facilitation of players and the offense and player movements to get the maximum production of offense from the player, which is why I really wanted Ricky Rubio to stay with that roster with the collection of Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Karl-Anthony Towns, Todd Gibson. I think he could have matriculated the offense a lot better than Jeff Teague does, because Jeff Teague, he's kind of in between. One night he wants to be a playmaker, another times he's so aggressive, he's getting his buckets and being an efficient player. That's when he's at his best, in my personal opinion, utilizing that speed and his ability to get to the rack, to continue to put pressure on the defense because he's been a point guard his whole life. If somebody's open, once he's in that mode, he can see and make the right reads properly. That one year that he was an all-star, he embodied that time and time again, night after night. But right now we're talking about the man. We're talking about the Butler, not Alfred, Jimmy, not nobody else right now. We're talking about Jimmy. Jimmy Butler has been advocate because he's a guy who made his name. His name wasn't given to him by the media. His name wasn't given to him by recruiting websites. His name wasn't given to him by attending the top count. Jimmy Butler worked for that name. He worked from the ground up. So it's ultimately disrespectful for him to see people who are not embodying what it takes to work hard and put the most into the game to become the best player of themselves. Now, I would have liked to see him become more of a leader and take those guys under his wing. But one thing about it, you can't lead people who are not willing to follow. Jimmy Butler is a guy who leads by example. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to put the time into the game to become the player that I became and improve on the player that I am to become something greater. That's what Jimmy Butler do. This is one of his beast with Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose had some sense of entitlement. He felt that Derrick Rose had some sense of entitlement, but Derrick Rose was injured. While Derrick Rose was injured, Jimmy Butler is becoming the leader of his team and leading his team to the playoff, not D Rose. But I think that's something as a player, Jimmy Butler is going to have to learn and going to have to adjust to, and that's learning how to work well with others. Okay, Jimmy Butler, you're a respected player in this game. You're one of the top 15 players in the game, top 4 players in your position. It's a toss-up day-to-day between you and Paul George, because both of y'all let me down in the postseason. I think that you're a harder worker, and your play is to be commended. Matter of fact, you're number 5 because Kawhi Leonard is back at your position. Sorry, I'll take Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, or LeBron James over Jimmy Butler. But that with being said, if you don't have one of those 4 players, Jimmy Butler is the guy for you. So you need to do what you need to do to try to find you a player to trade to get Jimmy Butler. Because right now, he's not going to make it throughout the week. Something is going to happen. It's very toxic in the locker room right now in Minnesota. He is out there sunning these grown young men. And grown young men, they can't handle that kind of pressure. It's not gonna be well for them in the locker room. They don't know how to handle it. He's arguably the veteran leader of the bunch. Him, D Rose, Taj Gibson, those are the leaders of that team. And if Taj Gibson, Jimmy Butler, and Derrick Rose kind of understand how Jimmy works, what makes him tick, what makes him go, and those players are putting in that kind of work with him, and then you have the young boys that are not really receiving what he's trying to teach them, and they're more concerned about stats and this, that, and the other, there's not going to be a match made in heaven for Jimmy Butler. But Jimmy Butler made it real loud and clear, talking to the GM. Everybody was there. Everybody a part of the Minnesota organization was there to see what happened. He was out there with the third stringers. He came in ready to go. Andrew Wiggins, I'm very disappointed. Carl Anthony Towns, I'm very disappointed in you young players because y'all had the ample opportunity to let Jimmy Butler know what time it is. Sports is getting back to what it's all about, and it's about competing every night. Basketball, the parity in the league now is at an all-time high. I would like to take the time to thank David Stern for allowing Boston to make the super team, which created the super team in Miami, which created the super team in Oklahoma City, which created the super team in LA, which created the super team in Golden State. I appreciate it all because right now, everybody should be hungry and chopping at the bit because basketball is back. You can lose on any given night. Everybody has a talented player on their team. Everybody can play the game. It's about your willingness to sacrifice and be better than most and not play for the dollar, but play for the love of the game and because you want to be the type of player that gets the most out of his body. Right now, let's be clear. Throwback player is Jimmy Butler. That's a player that everybody can embody. You're not going to hear anybody just trash and destroy him because he's right. You guys are not putting in the work. It's no reason why y'all got the starting five. I'm not on it. Y'all say y'all don't need me, and I get these guys, and we smack y'all. No, what it should have been a blowout session, and they should have been talking to Jimmy. You think we need you now, bro? You need us. You need us. We finna run you out the gym every time and tell your other teammates, this is no offense to you, but y'all finna get this work because he running with y'all. This his fault. Every time we run y'all out the gym, you tell them that it's your fault. Tom Thibodeau, you better than me because that practice session would have been live. We wouldn't have did no drills. I'm splitting the squads up. We hooping all day. I'm going to find out what my team is about right now. And you just found out. You need Jimmy Butler. But newsflash, coach, you're probably not going to have him. And this month's another edition of Homage Speaks.